Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of our RRG Chart series. Today we are diving into some exciting tools and features that can supercharge your market analysis. First up, we will explore the Strike platform, a quick view. I'll not cover many things in this video, but as I promised, we'll keep going deep into other features of RRG Chart, how it integrates the RRG chart and enhances your trading experiences or investing experiences. Then we will take a quick look at the current market status based on the RRG chart, giving you real-time feel of where things stands, where the money is rotating, and which indices are about to take off, right, into getting into leading. Finally, I'll show you how you can set it up the watch list option for RRG chart, and it will be easier for you to track your favorite stocks. So let's jump right in. All right, so I will go to Strike Platform. So under Strike Platform, I will be covering navigation and options in this video. So let's do this here. All right, so when you log into your Strike Platform, once you log into your laptop or a computer, you will have an option called RRG Relative Rotation Graph option. Just click on it. And the moment you click, so let me just go back to the home page. So when you log in, you will see this page. You have to click on RRG Relative Rotation Graphs. Click on it, and you will see this picture or the screen appearing in front of you. Now, these are the things that you can see. So navigation is very simple. Log in. You will land on the home page. Then click on RRG Relative Rotation Graphs, and you will see all the indices by default highlighting at the left, and you will see RRG graph at the right hand. As I covered in my previous video, you have x-axis and y-axis, and a benchmark is in the center, but you have to select benchmark from the top left and always select Nifty 500, right? And why Nifty 500? Because it gives you more coverage in terms of number of stocks, right? So the bigger the ocean and the comparison is better for you. All right. And then you have all the indices over here. So this is the simple navigation. You also have an option to look at the stocks within the indices. So just click on the drop down option, and then you can click on look at this. So you have option called only indices, but if the moment you select Nifty Bank, it will show you the stocks within Nifty Bank and their current status, right? So just a quick look. So let's look at this. So um, yeah, this is the status, and you can play around with the settings of the visual by looking at clicking on center. So it will make sure that everything is aligned, and you can zoom in, zoom out as well. And if you click on fit, it will just fit based on the stocks that are appearing, um, given the fact that where the more numbers are at the left, at the right, or at the bottom or top, right? So click on center. That will give you more broader idea about it. And this is just an example. Please don't consider any buy and sell recommendation. This is just only for the educational purposes, right? So you can see that out of Nifty banks indices, you can see that the Federal Bank is in the leading, and rest of them are under pressure or probably are in improving. So this covers the first part of navigation and options that you have. So let's move on to the current market status. So we'll look into the indices where we are, and how the rotations. I'll take one examples of the how the complete rotation has changed, and how you could able to identify the advance movement of the particular sector. So let's go back to current market status. So if you just click on the indices, just a minute. Okay, let me just refresh this. Yeah, all right. So this is the current status. Now you may have a question like a lot of things are happening, right? So it's very difficult to look at it. What should I look at this graph, right? So for me, I will first thing first, whenever I come to this graph, I'll change the benchmark to Nifty 500. That's number one. And I will look into weekly time frame. I never look for daily because daily has a lot of noise and it doesn't give you the clear picture about the rotation and it will definitely add more noise into it. So it's difficult to track. So by looking at this, and let me just put it into center. By looking at this, I can spot some of the things very clearly. I can see Nifty IT is having a very good momentum. Look at this. This is a 5 weeks data. The dots that you see are the are representing weeks. So number one, 1 week, right, on July 15th, and then you have 22nd of July, then you have 29th of July, and then you have 5th of August, and then this is as of 12th of August. This data will get updated probably by Monday. I think Monday it will get refreshed. But anyways, this is the data as of today, considering you see that there's a lot of momentum into IT, right? So today I post on my X account as well about the IT, right? So this is the quick visual that you can make out of it, right? Now there are a few more things that you can look at it. Like some of the indices are going down to lagging. The head is turned towards lagging, right? So you have to keep a close eyes on Nifty Private Bank. You just put your cursor or mouse on the indices and you get to know about the information, right? So it's so easy to navigate. Now, the if you ask me about what I look for, right? So I look for things which are getting from getting into improving from lagging or from improving to leading. And the third part which I look is any turnaround story from weakening to leading with 90-degree angle. So right now I can see Nifty IT having a very good momentum, right? Again, this is not a buy and sell recommendation. This is just only for the educational purposes to learn about RRG chart and how to find out the information based on RRG chart, how to assess the information, right? So this is having a very good momentum and headed towards leading, right? So I'll keep a close eyes on it. And then, yeah, then I can see financial services have reduced the momentum. You can see the tail length has reduced for the 5 weeks. So if you compare the tail length of financial services, it has reduced, right? So it's very small tail length. So this is something is giving an indication that there is some momentum reduced, RS momentum reduced, and we need to be careful about it. Healthcare services, look at this. This has a very good RS momentum, right? So RS momentum, whenever I talk about RS momentum, always remember I'm talking about the y-axis numbers, right? And this is how it is going towards. So keep an eye on the healthcare index, and you can study some of the stocks, hospitals, or any other particular segment within the healthcare index, which had reported a very good result in the recent past, right? So that should be the catalyst, right? The Nifty Pharma, again, this is doing really great, and I can show you the movement. Look at this. It was not having a good RS momentum. It was in lagging, right? Now look at this. Look at this. It has started moving, 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 and then look at this 90-degree. Whenever you see a 90-degree move from any of the quadrants, it it has a significance. You have to look at very closely, right? And look at this, and it entered into, look at this, it entered into improving, right? Now look at this, the current situation. So this is something which you have to look for. I can take some of the examples of turnaround story. As I said, three things you have to look for. One is anything going into improving from lagging with good RS momentum. The tail length has to be big, right? Very good momentum with 5 weeks. And you can do a comparison with a smaller tail length. And then that's how you can differentiate the leaders, right? And then you have to look for scripts or the indices which are into improving but headed towards leading. And the third most important thing that you need to look for, anything which is in weakening, but there is a turnaround story with 90-degree, move to the leading. That's something which you have to closely watch for the reasoning behind, or what is the catalyst, right? So you have to keep an eye. Now look at this. What did I make? Okay, let's go to here. Let's look at this 5 weeks, right? So look at this PSE, right? So it was headed towards lagging, but there is a slight change, right? I would not say significant change, but there is a slight change. So we need to keep a close eyes. What is the reason behind this getting turned to 90-degree? And there is a possibility it may go into leading. So we have some catalyst, and we need to go back and study this, right? And then look at this CPSC index, right? So again, a 90-degree move. Some of the examples that I can take for lagging, look at this. PSU banks are struggling, right? Nifty metal, I can show you this. So this I wanted to cover the rotation part. So let's cover the rotation part here. So let's go back. Nifty metal, if you check my X account, I have had mentioned the Nifty metal starting from when it got into leading, right? So I was tracking very closely when it got into leading. Look at this from here. And then look at this rotation. Look at this rotation. Look at this rotation. So this is how you know where the money and where the rotations are happening on a sector wise, right? So look at this. Now it went into a leading, right? And as I said, look at for 90-degree and look at this. Then again, so multiple iteration, right? And again, look at this. Look at this. And then finally, it has a very weak RS momentum and headed towards lagging, right? So if you would have seen this and you would have seen this, the momentum is getting reduced. I think it should alarm you. So this is just an example. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right? So we need to keep a close eyes if there is any turnaround story in the metal, and when it gets into improving from lagging, right? Energy. I've covered this today in my post. So energy is headed towards improving with slightly 90-degree. So I will have a close watch on this, and I'll start studying what is happening in this, right? Oil and gas, again, getting closer to improving, very close to the benchmark, very stable. So these are the examples of rotation that you can study on the RRG chart on Strike platform. Let's cover the third part, which is watch list options and upload. So if you go to home page, you have an option called watch list. Click on watch list and you can create watch list. You can click on add, you can give it a name. So let me just create one for you. Oh, sorry, not this one. um, so the moment you click on the drop down option over here, you have to click on create watch list, and you can see some of the things that I have created already. And then the moment you click here, I can create one test for my wonderful audience. I'll just keep the short name. And the moment I create a watch list, I can start adding stocks manually, or I can import as well. So the moment you click on import, you will get a format in which you need to add the scripts that you would like to check. So download this, add the format, number of scripts that you want to check on RRG chart, and then upload it back. So it will come up over here. And the moment it comes over here, and when you go back to RRG chart, you have an option of looking these watch lists appearing over here, right? So let's say I have had uploaded for textile. So the moment I click on textile, I see all the stocks that I added are appearing over here. And I change my benchmark and time frame weekly. And I click on center and I see the status of all textile stocks currently. And these are not buy and sell recommendation, folks. Please don't concede it. So this is how you can play around with RRG chart. And again, it's you have to combine with your fundamental, technical, and other things that you do. So RRG chart is an added advantage to you, which will give you more edge compared to any other tool that you have. So it's an addition. I wouldn't. I would say that it's an additional weapon in your case. So you can use these. You can use this tool as a identifying the trends and the rotation of the particular stock or indices. I will also give the link of subscribing for Strike platform for the RRG, and you will get a 10% additional discounts once you subscribe for this. And the cost is not too much, but it's up to you. If you wish to, you can subscribe. So I'll post that link on my post as well. Thank you so much, and have a great Sunday. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.